Hi everyone. So far, I haven't really shared too much of my story here. I've given bits and pieces. I know the most impactful one has been my cure from God, essentially. Last week, I found out after having cirrhosis for 5 years, I no longer have it. God is good. I feel great. And I think a lot of my other ailments are gone as well. But I went down a really long path of illness. It started, I'm like, when did it start? Seemed like it started in 2018 kind of lightly, but then by the time COVID hit, it was like full-fledged issues, like major issues. Missing work a lot, having migraines a lot, not being able to eat, feeling sick. I mean, it got to the point where I thought I was dying, and I felt like I was dying, and I'm sure my mind caused a lot of those issues. Essentially, stress has caused a lot of those issues. Stress, anxiety, overthinking. Like, it's totally possible to get out of all that. And I'm finding all that out this year. Thank God. Oh, but let me back up a little bit. So, like, in 2020... like, when did COVID hit? I think the thick of it started in like October of 2019 is when I started getting really, really sick, and kind of started off with, I feel like I had COVID before COVID was a thing, because I was working for a government contractor and I went to a military base. I went to Fort Irwin in California and visited the landfill for work. And so I don't know if I breathed something in or what, but I got some COVID, I guess. I was super sick and coughing for 2 weeks straight after we got home. Like, I was hacking up a lung. I couldn't survive without a cough drop in my mouth constantly. And then I stayed home from work for a week, and my boss was very, very upset. And they're like, you got to figure out what's wrong with you. So I started pursuing, I guess, doctors kind of in the new year of 2020. And started off with my PCP and kind of went from there, and it took them forever to diagnose me, essentially. They ran a whole bunch of tests, did some biopsies, that kind of stuff. Eventually, well, I guess I skipped ahead. Like, the tests and biopsies weren't really until November 2020 when I had a 10-day hospital stay, and they're like, okay, something's really wrong with you, because I was in kidney failure. I had hypercalcemia that caused kidney failure, and they never really figured out what caused that, I suppose, until like maybe 6 months later. Oh, but long story short, I felt like I was on an episode of Dr. House. It was kind of nice, had all this team of doctors trying to figure out what's wrong with me. I did every biopsy under the sun. I had a liver biopsy. I've had lymph node biopsies. I've had a couple of liver biopsies by now. I had a spinal tap, stress test, echocardiogram, like EKG, ECG, all the other 3-letter words you can think of. And they were still stumped, and so they basically were like, well, we have you stabilized, so you need to go to the rheumatologist. I guess let me back up. So some of the other things, honorable mentions are like, due to the hypercalcemia and stuff, is smoldering myeloma, which is essentially pre-multiple myeloma. And my mindset has just been that I will never, ever have multiple myeloma. Like, it's not even going to happen in this lifetime. It's not possible. And that positive mindset, I believe, is, what's good. So, kind of moving along, I went to the rheumatologist. They diagnosed me with several things there, fibromyalgia, and then they did determine that, my main illness was sarcoid, which is what caused my liver cirrhosis. And then also, I'm like, I had a little bit of gout at some point. You name it, I've been through it. Kidney failure, kidney stones, nephrostomy tubes, stents. Thankfully, no major surgeries, and I've been very grateful throughout the journey for my doctors and everyone that's been supporting me, and I have a couple of great friends that help me make it through it all, and I think that makes all the difference, to be honest. You have to have someone to lean on, someone to talk to, and they know who they are. But throughout this, 5-year period, it's been absolutely insane. Because life keeps happening every day, and you have to roll with the punches. And I took some time off of work. I was off 1.5 years. My house fell apart. I'm currently dealing with that. Got some insurance claims in, trying to get it fixed. Like, God is really blessing me this year because I'm making the changes required. Oh, goodness. Part of my healing journey, after not knowing what was wrong, my local doctors, they even sent me to the Mayo Clinic. I went to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida. I think it was August of 21. Yeah, because when I returned home in September, that's when they really actually started treating me. So from January of 2020 until September of 21, I really didn't have any treatment. And I had some mistreatments and some misdiagnoses and some bad medication that kind of made things worse for me. Like, I lost my hair at one point. I was on high-dose steroids for 4 months in the beginning of the rheumatology experience in 21. That's rough stuff. And mind you, like, this whole time I couldn't really eat anything. My stomach was killing me all the time. Nauseous. Not able to really get out of bed. A lot of times I couldn't lift more than 10 pounds because of different, procedures with my kidneys and things happening. And so I've lost a lot of muscle mass. And this year, I've is when I've really started my spiritual journey, which kind of segued from beginning with Reiki healing for myself. I'm like, when did I start doing the Reiki? I think I started that in like November of 23 for myself. I went and saw a Reiki practitioner, and I noticed changes immediately. Part of what got me into it was just a 5-minute that I had with someone in a class, and then I turned out, I felt something in that 5 minutes, and so I went to see her for, 1.5 hour, 2-hour session, and I saw her several times, and I thank her and others that helped me through everything. Like, if it weren't for all that, I wouldn't. And so essentially, I want to start sharing the healing with people. And so I just completed my Reiki Master certification this past weekend. I've been working with other people's energies since November of 24 at this point. That's when I really got heavy duty into it. And excited to see where everything goes. I've got plans, yo. God sent plans at that. I just got to take the action to make it happen and express my gratitude and pay it forward. That's what life is all about, is helping others. So thank you for listening. And maybe I'll go more in depth. Like, if you have questions, post them in the comments. I'm an open book. I'll share. Reach out to me in messages if you need someone to talk to, because I am beginning a journey where I'm offering Reiki healing, some life coaching, see what else goes on from there. I'm like, peace, love, and light, y'all. Toodaloo. I'm like, hip hip cheerio. Not really. Have a good one, y'all. Happy Tuesday, that's for sure. Bye.